Thank you all for coming. We don't have a lot of time tonight, so I've got a few brief comments that I wanted to share with you all, and then we're going to obviously open this up to some questions for Linkin Park. But as Paul said, my name's Ralph Santana. I'm the Chief Marketing Officer for Harman. So on behalf of Harman and the greatness of Linkin Park, we want to say welcome and thank you all for coming to our little event tonight. This is really a celebration for us. It's a celebration about a partnership. This is a partnership between Infinity, the brand, and Linkin Park, the band, if you will. And you'll notice that I didn't call it a sponsorship, because this is not a traditional sponsorship. It truly is a partnership on a couple of different levels. First and foremost, it's a partnership from a product development perspective. So over the last few days here at CES, we've launched quite a few new products, two of them around our Infinity business. One is a reference series loudspeaker system. The other is a portable device, which we call the Infinity One. Do we have the Infinity One anywhere here, Paula?
Right here.
I was just playing with it, as a matter
There
of
we
fact.
go. And the reason why I say this is a partnership, as you can see there, these products were developed in conjunction with the band. So everything from the design aesthetic to the material choices, etc. This was all done in very, very close collaboration. So we're just really happy about that type of partnership. And again, that's why it's not what we're calling a traditional sponsorship. The other kind of level that this is a real partnership on is the fact that it's a partnership around some mutually shared passion points. And one of those passion points that the band has and that we have in terms of Harman, the company, and the DNA of what we do, is this notion of sound and perfecting the sound quality. And there's a real issue out there around what we'll call the distortion of sound, which is sound denigration. So whether that's coming through compressed files or through satellite radio or streaming music, etc. From an artist perspective, there's a real issue with what's going on with sound, and us as a sound company, we have real concerns about where sound is headed. So this partnership extends to that notion of some shared passion points. And to that end, in addition to some of the products that we're co-developing with Linkin Park, so the Infinity One, the reference series, etc., one of the big things that we're doing together is we're producing a documentary about the issue of sound denigration. So what I want to do is just share with you a trailer for the documentary. This will be coming out in the spring of 2014. I'll show that trailer to you, and then honestly we'll just open this up for you to have questions to be answered by the band about the partnership and all the things that we're going to be doing together. Okay? So can we share the video here?
Old school style.
Music. Everywhere.
It's the most phenomenal thing. You can't see it, you can't taste it, you can't smell it, you can't touch it. It's heavy. And it just hangs in the universe. Melody is the voice of God.
It's a fantastic time to love music. The downside is that it's unnecessarily compressed.
If I had kids, they wouldn't be listening to iPads. It's a poor representation of the original signal.
There's always been a parallel path to technology. People are used to listening to it the way they like it. You can't change that.
You would think that we would evolve with all of the other art forms, but we haven't.
Most headphones are all about style. The sound is much lower on the list. People sometimes get fooled by the marketing.
Kids that have grown up on compressed music just don't realize what the stuff's supposed to be like.
It's a distortion of the art. It's like looking at a Van Gogh through filtered glasses.
So you have to capture that sound the best way you can. That's all you've got.
A lot of work goes into making something sound a certain way, and then somebody streams it in the worst possible compression format and then listens to it on their shitty laptop speakers. That's not what the artist intended.
So,
funny about that, just real quick, is that I feel like I wouldn't have said half the things that I said, like just in a normal like interview thing. But I got so comfortable with those guys.
That's the beauty of it. So
Yeah.
this is why we're excited about this. We've got some mutual passion points, and I'll ask the first question, and then we'll open it up to you. And it's really to anybody on the sitting here. There are a lot of brands that you guys could partner with. There's a lot of relationships that you could go out and develop on your own. What makes you passionate about this partnership that we have now between yourselves and Infinity? Why would you choose Infinity as a brand?
Well, just to jump in first, I'm sure all of us have different kind of vantage points on that. For me, I think it's about like your experience with a brand, right? Like what stuff does Harman make that I personally have heard and enjoy. And I know that one thing Chester and I have talked about is the speakers, the sound system we use for our live show is a Harman product, a JBL product, and that was one of the places where we said like this when we moved to those speakers, our entire the touring crew said like listen to this is a big deal. Like this is so much better than what we were doing before. So that was one place where I was excited, but also just from speaking specifically about Infinity, I remember I used to live in the Valley, San Fernando Valley in LA, and moved up to Agora, and then Valley, like most of my friends got bussed in from the like inner city, and people didn't really have any money. And then I moved up to Agora, and people had like, that's like, then you like actually, I told my mom like, wow, there's a lot of like people driving a Lexus out here. That was the thing that like struck me. It's like, wow, these people have like nice cars. And Infinity was a product that was in the cars. Like I always noticed like when you got in the car and you heard music, and I've always been such a music fan that it was like, wow, this actually like sounds good. And it was obvious enough that I, as a young kid, like recognized a brand name on a speaker, which is weird almost for like a young kid to care about that. But I think it had a lot to do with the distinction of the quality of the product.
That's great.
I mean, you guys are clearly the most. Your resources are so vast, and the engineering capability at Harman is the perfect platform for us to be idealists and realize all our crazy ideas. And when we work together collaboratively on the speaker, we really, from our, again, like an idealistic artist's perspective, wanted everything, and we wanted it to look cool and feel cool and sound better than anything else. And you guys were like stoked on that premise, and you made it happen. And just feeling this thing and looking at it, I was saying to Chester, like you even just seeing it, it's substantial. And certainly what you saw in the documentary is that our priority as artists and even as fans of music is the quality of the sound. So why would we collaborate on something where our own music is going to sound like worse? Like, it doesn't make any sense. In fact, we know a lot of our fans listen to compressed versions of songs, and the technology that you guys have at Harman is really superior, and we couldn't be more proud of what's really been an organic collaboration from day one. This is not us marketing a product or assigning our name to something. This was us really coming together with you to build something from the ground up, and we couldn't be more proud of what we've achieved together.
That's great. That's great.
Well said.
Are there any questions? Any other questions from folks who are here?